So here's the thing nobody tells you when you start building AI agents. The model is fine. The reasoning is fine. The browser is what breaks. You ask your agent to pull pricing data from a competitor site, and 4 seconds in, Cloudflare slaps a turnstile challenge on the page. Or reCAPTCHA. Or that little spinning wheel that just sits there forever, and your agent just stops, sits there confused, burns tokens trying to figure out what a checkbox is. I ran into this last month trying to track Amazon prices for a small side project. I wanted my agent to check 15 product listings every morning and tell me if anything dropped. Sounds simple. It wasn't. Amazon throws a dog and a sorry page at automation almost instantly. And the standard tools like Playwright or basic browser use setups, they shove the entire raw HTML into the context window. 50,000 tokens of junk to find one price tag. My API bill looked like a phone number. Then I found this thing called BrowserAct CLI. And honestly, after using it for about a week, I think this is the missing piece for anyone actually trying to ship browser agents in 2026. Alright, so let me explain what it actually is, because the name is a little confusing. BrowserAct is the company, and they have a paid cloud product. But the thing I'm using, and the thing this video is really about, is their command line tool, the CLI. It's free. You install it once, with one command. You don't even need an account to get started. The cloud stuff and the API key, that only kicks in when you hit something serious like advanced CAPTCHA, or you need residential proxies. For most local work, zero sign-up, zero cost. That part surprised me. The way it works under the hood is pretty clever. How does BrowserAct compare to other AI browser tools like Agent Browser? The key difference, BrowserAct has privacy browser capabilities built in. Agent Browser requires you to connect third-party privacy browser services to get unique fingerprints. Not all users get the same fingerprint setup. With BrowserAct, every browser instance automatically gets its own fingerprint. No extra setup needed. So that's why BrowserAct ships with what they call a stealth browser. It rotates the fingerprint, handles cookies and headers automatically, and runs real browser instances, not headless ones that get flagged immediately. Okay, let me just install it so you can see how this looks. I'm in VS Code right now. I open the terminal. One line. npx skills add browseract/skills-skillbrowser-act. Hit enter. That's the install command straight from their site. It pulls the skill files from the GitHub repo and drops them into a folder called .agents in my project, which is actually perfect for VS Code because GitHub Copilot reads skills from that directory out of the box. No extra config. For Claude Code or cursor users, you can point it at .claude/skills or .cursor/skills, but the .agents folder works as a universal target, and it works well with open code as well. Now here's the part I like. The first time I actually run a BrowserAct command, the CLI itself isn't even installed yet. It auto-bootstraps. It pulls BrowserAct CLI using UV tool install, grabs LangChain, grabs whatever else it needs, and just gets ready. Takes maybe 10 seconds the first time. After that, every run is instant. No Docker, no virtual environment dance, no manual dependency list. You install the skill once, and the CLI shows up on demand the moment your agent calls it. Now let me actually build something real. I want an Amazon price tracker. The goal is simple. I give it a list of product URLs. Something goes out and scrapes the title, price, rating, image, all the good stuff, saves it to a JSON file. And then a clean web page reads that and shows me my tracked products in a dashboard. That's the whole thing. No backend, no database. Just a few files in a folder. Here's what I love about this setup. Because the skill is already installed, the Copilot agent itself can talk to the BrowserAct CLI directly. I created a new folder. Inside it, I make a file called products.json and paste in some Amazon product URLs I actually care about. That's my watch list. Then I open Copilot chat and prompt it. Read the URLs from products.json. For each one, use the BrowserAct skill to open it with a stealth browser, extract the title, current price, rating, and main product image. Save everything into a data.json file in this folder. And then I just watch. Copilot reads the skill.md. It knows the four-step loop the BrowserAct docs call out: open, inspect, interact, verify. So it starts running commands one by one: BrowserAct browser create to spin up a stealth browser. Then for each URL, BrowserAct browser open. Then BrowserAct wait stable, which is honestly the underrated command in this whole CLI. It waits for both the document-ready event and the network to go idle, so the agent doesn't try to read the price before it's loaded. Then BrowserAct get markdown, which is the real money command. Instead of dumping the full HTML, it converts the page to clean markdown. The BrowserAct team mentions in their docs that this strips about 90% of junk HTML before it ever touches the LLM. So after some time, I can see price comes back, title comes back, image URL comes back. The agent parses the markdown, picks out exactly the fields I asked for, and appends them to data.json. Everything's there in JSON file. Clean structured data, scraped by the agent itself. Now for the UI part. I tell Copilot, build me an index.html, and renders each product as a card. Image on the left, title and price on the right, rating below, and a small timestamp. Plain Tailwind, vanilla JavaScript, no build step. Copilot generates the file. I save, open it in the browser, and there it is. My tracked products sitting in a clean grid with live Amazon data. This is the part I actually wanted from day one. Last piece. The agent did the scraping fine, but I don't want to bug it every time I want a refresh. So one more prompt. Build me a tracker.py that does exactly what you just did manually. Read products, run the BrowserAct CLI commands to scrape each product, and update data with the new prices. Copilot writes the Python file in basically the same shape as the commands it ran by hand. So I can just run this file from terminal and it will fetch all the URLs and update the data.json file. If you wanted to take this further, BrowserAct lets you run multiple stealth browsers in parallel, each with its own proxy. So you could pull prices from Amazon US, Amazon UK, and Amazon Germany all at the same time, just by creating separate browsers with different region proxies and running each one in a named session. Same script, 3 times the data, basically no extra time. One thing I want to call out, which I think is genuinely smart design. The CLI has this concept called site notes. After your agent figures out something useful about a site, like the right selector for the price, or some weird quirk where Amazon shows a different layout for certain product categories, you can have it write that down to a markdown file in the references folder. Next time your agent visits that domain, it reads the notes first, so it gets faster and smarter over time on sites you scrape often. It's basically institutional memory for your agent. There's a few other features I haven't shown you that are worth knowing. The CLI has a command called solve-captcha that you can call directly if a manual challenge comes up. There's stealth extract, which is a one-shot command that opens a URL, grabs the rendered markdown, and closes itself. Good for quick scrapes where you don't need a persistent session. You can also chain commands with double ampersand so the browser stays warm between actions, which is way faster than restarting it. And the format JSON flag turns every output into structured data your script can parse without any regex. The deeper thing I keep coming back to is the architecture. Traditional automation tools like Playwright expose 26+ tools to the agent. That's tool bloat. Too many choices, the agent spends tokens just deciding what to do. BrowserAct boils it down to roughly a dozen verbs: open, state, click, input, wait, get. That's most of it. You can almost feel the difference when the agent runs. It's just decisive. If you want to try this yourself, the install is one command. The skill file is on their GitHub at browser-act/skills. You'll need Python 3.12 and UV installed first. That's it. No account, no API key, no credit card to get started. Alright, so that's it from the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.